happens when you take a highly distractible guy and give him a very unreasonable video deadline to meet. You get So it's about 10:25 a.m. on February 6th. I'm filming these videos a week in advance to hopefully combat some of my procrastination and other such feelings, but we'll get into that in a second. Let's go on a drive. Let's go eat some Chick-fil-A. Cool vlog transition. So I figured we just kind of chat a little bit to catch up on where I am feelings-wise. I hope this doesn't have a lot of rumble noise, but oh well. After starting this project, I was immediately faced with a lot of feelings of, I guess, insecurity, but more so a lot of fear. This is my personal YouTube channel. There's a lot of people subscribed that I know and see on a daily basis, and that brings a lot of ideas of comparison and ideas of, well, if this isn't perfect, I might as well not do it, because people are just going to compare me to the thing that is perfect. And that's kind of paralyzed me a little bit in trying to film this and prepare for this. So a lot of today is going to be flying by the seat of my pants because I have not prepared. And honestly, even if I did prepare, I won't prepare for everything and I'll just be overly stressing myself out. Basically what I'm trying to say is there's not really an egotistical bone in my body, because if there was, this would have been so much easier to film. I'm very thankful for my wife, Holly. She's been so supportive of me doing this. And I've given her the full understanding of, hey, this isn't going to be my career on YouTube. It's not going to be a career. I'm still working. Like, this is just to see if anything can come out of this. And she's been pushing me to film more and to dedicate some free time to it, which I'm very thankful for her. She's just the best, and she consistently always wants what's best for me, which is what you want out of a wife or husband, spouse, or anyone in your life, really. If someone in your life doesn't want what's best for you, maybe they shouldn't be in your life. Pro tip number 1 for today's video. Pro tip number 1. Cut out toxic people that don't want the best for you. Put the graphic on screen right here. There we go. Basically, I have a lot of trouble focusing and a lot of trouble keeping my attention on one thing for an extended period of time. A couple people in my life think I have ADHD. I don't want to get diagnosed because, then I can't just pretend I'm a silly, goofy little guy, and I have to actually get help and medicine, and that's not fun. I find that coffee helps. Apparently it's a stimulant, caffeine. That will probably keep me going for the majority of today, and then we'll see how today goes. But right now, I'm gonna get some Chick-fil-A, and I'll see you in a second for the recap. So what's cool is we live really close to Chick-fil-A, and anytime NC State's basketball team does really well, there's a promotion where you get a free sandwich or a biscuit. So today's breakfast / lunch now is my free Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. Okay, we're gonna do a recap of what we learned last video. Through the magic of the internet, you will now be seeing my notes page. All right, the first thing I've learned through the demo process: don't use Pro Tools. It crashes all the time and will only do half of what you ask it to do. Coolio, thing that I learned too. If you put your main file onto your Mac's hard drive instead of your slow external hard drive, it will load faster and won't crash as much in the middle of recording. Bazinga! Thing I learned number the 3rd. Keep your sample rate low for recording and high for playback. Otherwise, everything crashes and breaks and you will cry. Great! Thing I learned number the last one. Sometimes it's better to record your vocals on their own instead of while you are playing guitar, because you are not very good at guitar because you are a drummer. And so multitasking between singing, which you can't do very well, and guitar, which you can't do very well, makes the vocal take really bad. Just record it after the guitar. Wowza! Now, let's cover what I have to learn today. Yahoo! Today, I have to research and recreate the original track, including drums, bass, electric guitar and acoustic guitar, synths. Zoo-wee mama! I must then determine what unique style I will transform this song into, or if I will keep it the same as the original. I don't think I'm going to keep it the same as the original. Bazoingo! By the end of today, I need to have a complete instrumental track so that I can attempt to record vocals next week. Alright, now that we got that boring learning stuff out of the way, it's time to get working. So it is about 11:25 right now. That gives me, let's say 3.5 hours until my wife comes home. So by that point, I would like to have drums knocked out and bass, and we have the acoustic track, the scratched acoustic to go over it. So at the very least, I'd like to have those 3 things done so that I can show her my track and she can be a little bit proud of me and she can give me a pat on the head because I did a good thing. Then from that point on, I'll spend a little bit of time with my wife, investing in our relationship, furthering our marriage, whatever. And then once she leaves, we can get back to man time and we can knock out synths and maybe electric guitars. I'm really trying my hardest to make this engaging, but I'm not an engaging individual. I'll be honest with you, across this entire process, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm not a personality. I do this a lot when I speak because I think that makes me look more sincere. I might have autism, we don't know. My oldest sister does, and I've always wondered. So, let's get into the music. The biggest thing today, I need to figure out how we're recreating this song. I put together a little bit of a playlist for research. Alright, so we're going to listen to the original track and try to point out different aspects of the production we need to recreate today. So it's more of a poppy style sound. It's definitely that late Disney Channel original star album styling, a la a Miranda Cosgrove.
Sparks fly.
Or a Hannah Montana. Here's the thing, I'm not the biggest fan of that sound. I'm more along the lines of a Boys Like Girls. Or an All Time Low.
When I see you around.
Or a Band Camino. Or a 5 Seconds of Summer.
Easy for you, say.
So now that you have a little bit of an idea of what my musical taste is, I'm thinking for this one, we'll see if we can't mash up some of my inspirations and throw them into this original track. Alright, let's see what we can find in this guy. Sounds like a synth bass. Very driven piano lick. Organ. Here I'd probably have some chugging guitars. And then some spacey like doo-da-da-dum, doo-da-da-da-doo-da-da-dum. Little guitar lick. Oh, bass slide, that was nice. Overall, not a big bass response from that track. I wonder if that's how it's mixed or this version on YouTube. I'd like to improve the bass response just a tiny bit, maybe boost it 1 or 2 dB. So we have an idea of what she did on the original.
This is the Burn Project.
Gosh, I'm talking. We have an idea of what she did on the original. We have an idea of what she did live. So let's go ahead and make our file and let's try to recreate the original as best we can. And I'll say we can change it up as we're going. Let's open our demo. And we're gonna take this, we're gonna save session as. We're gonna call this number 2. And this is going to be instruments. We're at 12 o'clock. Let's give 1 hour for drums. If we can't finish them in 1 hour, we'll move on.
Ba 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 da ba ba. Ba 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 da ba ba. Throwing rocks at
So that's significantly slower than the original. Do I want to keep it that slow, or do I want to redo the entire thing and make it faster? That's the question. I kind of like the slow jam feel of it. See, now it's been far too many moving. Okay, maybe a slow jam vibe could work. Let's build the drums first and see if it works. So we're going to our drum bus. We have a whole bunch of tracks. Let's add a stereo audio track. We'll name this sample drums. And then we're going to load in SSL sampler. We're going to load in some Steven Slate drums. Let's find our Coachad drum. We're going to output this to drum bus. There we go. Excellent. Figured that out. All right, let's hear what the drum is. All right, so we got a doon ka doon doon ka. Let's just record that. 1, 2, ready, go. All right, now we'll go in here and we'll quantize that. Event operations quantize. Let's randomize by 15%. Strength 100. Let's change once. Apply. Okay, and we'll bonk you there. And then we'll go option, bonk, bonk. How does that sound? I think I might take out the double intro later. I mean, it's kind of tough at this tempo. All right, let's find a loop for chorus 1. If we can't find it, we'll build it. We'll take these and we'll edit them because it'll just... Okay, thank you. Stop, thank you. Because it'll just be faster. Let's take you and put you here. I realize I never said this anywhere in the video. When I say editing MIDI, what I'm doing is I'm drawing in each note for each element of the drum set. If you think about it in terms of music notation, I'm just writing music notes. When the computer sees those MIDI notes drawn on the grid, it reads it as a sheet of music and then plays back what was written in MIDI. It's a very similar idea to one of those playback organs that plays on its own, or a music box, if you want to think of it that way.
But I've got this picture in my head of a chapel floor.
I don't think I like it at this tempo. So you know it's been far too many movies sinking into me. See how that sounds. We're gonna start off with this little bad boy. Slate drums had this really cool sounding clap, so I decided to sprinkle that in as a little live sound ear candy. And then I spent the better part of another hour writing out the rest of the drum part. Okay, so that took a little bit longer than I thought it would, but I think we have the drums in a good place. They're decent samples. We're not gonna mess with them right now. We're just gonna get things on the timeline. So drums are basically done. We can probably knock out some acoustics really fast. All right, let's follow along to the drum track and let's record some guitars. So I'm recording this guitar with audio samples. This is very different from MIDI data. Because I decided to up the tempo from the original demo, the MIDI data automatically adjusted because it's just digital information. However, the audio signal from the guitar does not auto update to the new tempo. This is why I gotta re-record all the guitars, in case you were wondering. Ah, my hand. That is something. All right, we can use that. That is usable. We can move on. All right, so next is bass guitar. Hopefully this is still recording. If not, I'm gonna be talking to this camera. I only know a little bit of bass, but we'll see if we can't make something work. And if not, we'll just MIDI it, because that's what MIDI's for. Making up for where I mess up. I did not tune. So it's pretty good, but there's just some inconsistencies, and for the sake of time, I'm not going to be able to pull them out of there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take Moto Bass, which is a MIDI bass simulator, and what I'm going to attempt to do is copy my bass data here, copy as MIDI. We'll do melodic, then hopefully when we paste it, it will paste as bass notes. Hey, there we go, that's something. So now we can take these and make this sound more like this. In the conversion process from the audio file to MIDI data, a lot of the notes didn't come through with the correct velocity or the right pitch and were rhythmically inaccurate. So that's why I'm going back and editing all the data to make it sound more like the original. Okay, bass is basically done. I guess I could do the piano. In piano bus, let's add in new instrument track. We'll name this grand piano. We'll go here, we'll search piano. Let's check out this little riff at the beginning. Alright, so we'll record that. Setup, playback engine, 128. No, let's do 256. Lock. Now we'll go in here and we'll fix this up. Let's put everything on the grid. Dum, 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 dum. Excellent. We'll go through here and we will event operations, change velocity. Let's set all to 115, that sounds excellent. Apply. Give them equal tails. Bonk. And then we'll go through here. And we will add in the next octave up. It's kind of what it sounds like. Let's go back and play it. I mean, it's kind of like a plucked toy piano. We're also up a key. That's the last part. I think it comes back on the turnaround, so we'll copy this onto turnaround, and then we'll do the same over here on the turnaround. Let's go to synth. Let's do organ now. Let's search organ. Okay, so we have a DB33 here. It's a little too driven. We're gonna do like soft. Let's just do the MIDI first, and then we will adjust the settings. I don't know what the last one is.
Sitting at home, I turn on TV. It's all reality, and I don't want.
Okay, so it kind of goes. So that kind of holds itself. I feel like this is pretty close to what they play. Maybe, if we make this, what is it? D, E flat? E flat, which would be E, G, B flat, G, B flat. There it is. How do we get that tone though? Ooh, magic dice. Let's try that. Ooh, I like that. That's nice. Maybe if we put a little bit of spazzazzle on the grand piano, it won't sound so cheesy. What if I put like a little filter on it? Do we have any search filter? That's a little bit better. It's not as obvious. Okay, now let's do some electric. Oops, come on. Come on, buddy. We're almost done. Holly's almost home. Gonk. Here we go, from the top. You know what? It's whatever. See, the trick is I can't really play a B minor chord because I'm not really good at barring. However, I can just do what the bar does and put a capo on and then play it like this. I think.
You recording?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
In a second I can show you what I've done. Do you want to hear the instrumental track so far?
Sure.
For those of you who haven't met her, this is Holly, my wife. The cutest, most attractive lady I've ever met in the entire universe.
Hello. Is there a camera up there?
Yeah, I got 2 cameras.
Oh, there's one there. Hi!
Let's pull this back. Oh my gosh. Tip number 500 of the day. Don't use Pro Tools.
I thought you liked Pro Tools.
I hate it. It's the worst.
Oh, why?
Because it's not doing what I want it to do right this second.
Is that user error?
No, it's Pro Tools error.
Just kidding.
Here's the instrumental track. I have to redo the vocals because I changed tempo, but
Nice.
I got it.
It's faster.
Yeah.
It sounds like the Footloose beat. You should sing where it's supposed to be.
No, that's okay.
I don't know.
Why am I here
Oh, I hear the Are you gonna have harmonies in here?
Maybe.
But I got
Ooh,
deep in my head.
that's cool.
Just before our wedding, I
It's
guess
kinda getting, like, busted. You gotta do like a Ozzy Osbourne scream.
Right.
Baby, this sounds great. And I like how it's different from the original.
So I have to redo a couple of the guitars, but then there's gonna be instead of the rap part, I'll just do like a solo. Over this section. Right, exactly. Exactly.
Literally just take that for them.
That's perfect. And here's gonna go to halftime.
You gotta add like a super sick drum fill and like have literally just have it go from like 0 to 100
Uh-huh.
and be like, cross the window. Ooh, there's no this box.
So that's what I have. That's what I've worked on.
Honey, that
today.
sounds awesome.
We got a little bit more than I wanted to get done by the time you got home. I figured I'd only have the bass, drums, and synth, but
We got more done than you anticipated?
Yeah, I got
Good job, honey.
Alright, so we got the instrumental done. Next up is vocals and then mixing and mastering, and then it's ready to go. Let's review what we have learned today. Lesson number 1, don't use Pro Tools because it keeps crashing and messing up. Number 2, Elliot's Mac is too old. It keeps crashing and messing up. Lesson number 3, pan your electric guitars left and right to make it look and sound wider and not all in the middle. Lesson number 4, learn music theory to figure out why everything is 3 steps up and all the organ sounds wrong when you listen to the reference track. Lesson number 5, 6, lesson number 6.
6, 7.
Always record with MIDI bass because it sounds better than when you record on your actual bass guitar because you haven't played bass guitar in forever. And number 7, remember, I'm an expert because I have a bachelor's degree. That's the sign off. Did you not know that?
No.
And always remember, I'm an expert because I have a bachelor's degree. You gotta do it with me.